Now, day 16 of the government shutdown. The White House has already fired about 4,000 workers, and now they're threatening to fire at least 10,000. But they could face a major roadblock ahead. Unions have started suing the Trump administration, a federal judge now putting those planned mass layoffs on hold for now. But hundreds of thousands of federal workers still caught in the middle of this shutdown. The president says that he has redirected funds to pay the military and the FBI, but TSA workers, air traffic controllers, contractors, they are all not getting paid right now. And truly, there's no end in sight. These two sides are not even talking to each other.
I know sometimes you get frustrated, but you can't let the devil win. It's all cause of him. I lost a couple of my friends, but Yahweh made me a better man. Spitting bars for the kingdom, man. I can do it through Philippians. I can do all things through Christ. That's the reason that I'ma win. Yeah. Hey man, say man, what it do, man? Welcome to Touching Thursday, man. I'm your host, Just Nate, by the way, man. And as you guys can see by the thumbnail and the title, man, today, man, we will be talking about, man, the U.S. government has been shut down, man. It's been about 16, almost 20 days, man, since the government have been shut down, man. A lot of people aren't even talking about this, man. I feel like we should be talking about this more, man. But before we dive into this video, get whatever you need, man. And let's sit back, relax, and let's react.
Air traffic controllers today at Reagan National Airport were handing out leaflets to people hopping on planes today. They want to educate the public about what the government shutdown is doing in terms of safety in the skies. They say that the shutdown has to stop now. This is the first day that air traffic controllers are going with a partial paycheck on October the 28th. The paychecks will end entirely. They say that they already have a very stressful job, and now you're adding the added stress of them having to worry about how to pay the bills, how to pay the mortgage. They say the shutdown needs to end and end now.
In terms of safety, it is still safe to fly. I actually just got off the airplane now. But it's you're adding risk into the system. It's adding fatigue because controllers are now, debating whether they need to go out and get a second job. So the time that they're usually spending recuperating, getting ready for the next of our 6-day work weeks, they're actually going out and driving for Uber. They're doing handyman work. They're working the overnight somewhere. So they're coming to work a little bit more fatigued.
Wow, man. It's affecting the planes and everything.
Do you feel any urgency to end the shutdown in the next week, 2 weeks? Or would you be fine if it stretches into November and then toward the holidays with folks not being paid?
Well, shutdown, we've had many shutdowns. And this is a shutdown that shouldn't have happened. A group of people brilliantly decided to make it after the election. I said, thank you very much. In other words, give it to Trump instead of Biden. So it shouldn't happen. And likewise, debt ceiling shouldn't have. But the great big, beautiful bill solved the debt ceiling problem for.
Is there a point where you would reach out to all parties
after the shutdown, though? Honestly, can I put it in plain words for you? And you're a smart guy, so you all understand, but a lot of people don't. The Democrats are getting killed on the shutdown because we're closing up programs that are Democrat programs that we were opposed to. So we're being able, and they're never going to come back in many cases. So we're being able to do things that we were unable to do before. So we're closing up programs that are Democrat programs that we wanted to close up or that we never wanted to happen, and now we're closing them up. And we're not going to let them come back. The Democrats are getting killed. And we're going to have a list of them on Friday, closing up some of the most egregious, socialist, semi-communist, probably not full communist, we're saving that for New York, but semi-communist programs, and we're closing them up. We're not closing up Republican programs because we think they work. So the Democrats are getting killed, but they're not telling the people about that. I say nobody, well, I haven't said it probably as bluntly as I just said it, but so we are closing up Democrat programs that we think that we disagree with, and they're never going to open again.
I think I'm the only one that doesn't care about the Democrat-Republican thing. Like, I don't consider myself Democratic, Republican, or nothing. Like, I don't choose sides with that stuff because I don't believe in none of the politics stuff, man. Like, if you know, man. All that politics stuff, man, that stuff be fake, man.
We are on day 15 of the government shutdown. Donald Trump must be, working with Congress to develop a plan to get the government back open, right? Wrong. He's actually meeting with the Argentinian president so they can have a $20 billion bailout of their country. Oh, who's it going to pay for it? Us. Yeah. The American people, taxpayers, yes, we'll be paying for it. Well, then certainly the vice president is doing something like to concoct a plan so the government can be reopened, right? And like we can get everything back to work. No, actually he's busy defending the racist Republican group chats that were unearthed. So no one's doing anything.
Day 15 of the federal government shutdown, and here are 3 things you need to know.
It's sad that we on day 15, and I'm just finding this out on day 15 or 16, whatever the day is on this government shutdown. I didn't even know about it. That's why I'm reacting to it, man. That's why it touched me, man. I feel like other people should know what's going on in this government right now. So make sure you give this video a thumbs out so YouTube can push it out, man, so more people can hear about what's going on.
You know I have my notes, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. 1. Buckle up, buttercups. Buckle up, buttercups, because it seems like we are in for a long ride with this shutdown. Yesterday, Russell Vaught, who is the author of Project 2025 and the current managing director for OMB, which stands for the Office of Management and Budget, stated on his X account that the administration is making every preparation to batten down the hatches and ride out this Democratic entrenchance. The focus of the administration right now regarding this shutdown is to pay the troops, pay law enforcement, continue with these rifts or reduction in forces, and wait. 2. Yesterday it was announced that a $20 billion lifeline will be given to the country of Argentina. Over the last few days, the Argentinian president, Javier Milei, has served as a guest at the White House, and the U.S. has agreed to provide this lifeline to his country. 3. On Friday, October the 17th, the administration announced that it will release a list of Democratic programs that they plan to eliminate. Now, at this point, there is questions on what are considered to be Democratic programs within the government, but we shall see on Friday. If you found value in this post, please make sure to like and share. Also, continue the conversation in the comments. Let me know what you think about today's daily updates. Lastly, don't forget to follow the Black Death Society for your daily updates on the federal government shutdown.
Good morning, everybody. Today is October 15th, signaling the 15th day of this government shutdown. We are on day 15 of the United States federal government shutdown. Now, much has not changed since the update that I left you with yesterday. You understand the airlines are still taking a hit. Air traffic control staffing is low, so please expect delays. Please expect longer TSA lines. In addition,
yeah, man, if you planning on taking a trip anytime soon or catching a flight, man, just be aware that your flight might be delayed, man, because of this government shutdown.
That this administration has already begun the process of the mass firing of federal workers, and this administration has also made it very clear to the American people, please expect more, with the specific targeting of those who are of the Democratic Party. Is that illegal? Yes. Does this administration care about doing anything by the books? No. Has this administration had the Supreme Courts in their back pocket? Yes. So you can kind of see where I'm going with this, right? All right. And with everything that's going on, my heart actually goes out to the federal workers. My heart actually goes out to the federal workers. Those who did not vote for this, yet they're affected by this. You understand? I've had some federal workers take to my comment sections and some of my previous updates, explaining to us, giving us an inside look as to what the experience is like as a federal worker. Now, some people were expected to get paid on October 10th. Others were expected to get paid today. And from what I've heard or what I've read, federal workers are actually missing upwards to 40% of their paycheck. There are actually federal workers who are not getting paid their full check. They're not getting paid for their full labor. You understand? In addition to this administration actually trying to go out of its way to figure out a way to legally not pay those who are on furlough their back pay, which would also make sense how some of the workers who were supposed to be put on furlough all of a sudden got laid off, right? And what pisses me off more about this is the fact that our administration, our government is continuously telling everybody that they don't have the funds, they don't have the money to be able to pay our American workers for their...
But they got $20 billion and $20 million to fund to other countries and stuff, man. This American stuff is crazy,
hard-earned
man.
work. Yet, the President of the United States was able to strike up some new deal with Argentina where they'll be sending them $20 billion? $20 billion, but we don't have the money to pay our American workers? I'm so tired of America not taking care of America first.
Damn.
What happened to America first? To better explain this bailout, I'll be reading an article that you can...
America is literally falling, like, in our eyes. It's slowly falling, man. Like,
find on thenewrepublic.com. The title of the article is Trump Fumbles When Asked How Argentina Bailout is America First. Even the president can't spell out how his Argentinian bailout package will benefit the United States. The White House is moving forward with its multi-billion-dollar lifeline to Argentina, which will give $20 billion in U.S. taxpaying dollars to a nation on the verge of economic collapse. I thought our economy was on collapse, especially with the shutdown. Oh, okay, right? However, Donald Trump can't seem to explain why Americans are the one responsible for making Argentina great again. My sentiments exactly. Now, this is a quote from Donald Trump, right? We don't have to do it. We don't have to do it. It's not going to make a big difference for our country, he continued, but it will for South America. Now, I'm trying to understand how $20 billion wouldn't make a big difference for American economy. Right now, according to the government, we can't even pay our federal workers. But $20 billion of our U.S. taxpaying dollars wouldn't make a difference to this country? I thought we were like how many $trillion in debt? But $20 billion wouldn't make a big difference to our country? I just don't understand.
America is a joke, bro. Like, what is the point of us even paying taxes? Like, we pay taxes to fund for the people, the police officers and the government and all these people that's supposed to protect us. And these people really bring us deeper into a hole, man. These people don't help us, man. It's like, America is a joke, man. I don't care what nobody
What happened
says.
to America being first? And do you want to know the irony of it all? In the same fucking article where they just explained to us that the United States president will be sending $20 billion to another country to bail them out, it explains how the United States is going to be needing a bailout of their own very fucking soon. Yeah, very fucking soon. Y'all forgot what's going on with our farmers? Y'all forgot what's going on with the agriculture? Let me put you on, right? So you understand we used to have a decent relationship between America and China when it came to trading, right? But because of these Trump tariffs, China is not fucking with us anymore, right? They're not dealing with all of these extra fees. So the same country, right, that the United States has now sent $20 billion to has actually replaced the United States as China's #1 soybean supplier. So Argentina is now China's #1 soybean supplier and is receiving $20 billion in aid from the United States via our tax-paying dollars.
So Argentina is up. Argentina getting that money. That's what it sounds like to me.
So Argentina is not only getting $20 billion from us, right, as one big lump sum, they also got our business now. They got our business with China. And you can thank Trump for that. You can thank Trump for that. Now, I want to end this video with actually asking those who are actual federal workers. I need you guys to let us know what your testimonies are. We need to hear from you guys. Now, I know some of you may not feel comfortable actually posting a video explaining your experiences, but if you somehow are able to see this video, it comes across your For You page, please get in the comments and let us know what's going on. We need to know what's going on. Maybe I can do a video later where I just get a whole bunch of different comments and I read them out loud, because we need to get the personal experiences out there. We need everybody to actually hear what's going on, okay? So please, 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 please get in that comment section, okay? Thank you.
7:40 on a Thursday morning, and it is officially day 16 of the government shutdown, so I want to talk about two major developments that just happened in the last 24 hours. If you're wondering, hey, why are you still talking about this? Just for context, my name is Camille. I'm a political reporter based in DC, and I cover Congress, Capitol Hill, and every single day of the government shutdown, even on my days off. So let's talk while I make some tea, because I'm trying to be more mindful of my caffeine intake. So yesterday, a California judge ordered the Trump administration to immediately halt its plans of laying off more federal workers. He essentially called what he's doing unlawful. The ruling specifically said that as of right now, the temporary restraining order is in effect, and that really means that the administration can no longer continue with any of the layoffs they're planning to do. Mind you, just a few days ago I was talking about how the White House announced that they were planning to move forward with doing massive layoffs in the upcoming day. We're going to do this today. Meanwhile, on Capitol Hill, the Senate Majority Leader, John Thune, said that he's...
And that bench started, like, man, so many people done lost their job, man. Like, it's crazy. Unemployment rates are high. It's crazy, man. America is falling, man.
Moving forward with his plans to try to attempt all the senators to vote on a standalone defense bill. Now, some Senate Democrats I spoke to actually said that they were open to the idea of passing it and supporting it. But in a few hours, we're going to see if that's true, because they're going to take up another vote for the 10th time to try to reopen the government and also try to advance this standalone defense bill. Now, the question still remains, how long will this government shutdown last? And according to what one Senate Republican told one of my colleagues, they are predicting that this could last until Thanksgiving. Okay, the tea's ready. Anyway, in a few hours, I'm going to be on Capitol Hill talking to lawmakers. So drop your questions below, any questions that you have. And they're going to be taking a series of votes, so I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities to talk to them and realistically ask them what their path forward is to potentially reopening the government. See you guys later.
Well, breaking fucking news. It is being reported that this government shutdown will be the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. So your Lord and Savior, Donald Trump, not once but twice breaks the record for having one of the longest government shutdowns in history. Now, mind you, this government shutdown hasn't hit the point of longest government shutdown ever, but we are getting close.
Crazy, man.
1,000 people and potentially more have already lost their jobs to this government shutdown. And this is the most artificially created incident of scarcity in American history that I've ever lived through. The Republicans are...
Man, I know it's probably way more than 1,000 people, man. That's probably half of who lost their job now.
Lying to us dead in front of our face. And Trump is too. All the layoffs so far are exactly as he's described them in Agenda 47. He's targeting healthcare first, specifically mental health care and disease outbreak, because he wants those same supporters from those rural communities to struggle with their mental health and to struggle with diseases that they aren't familiar with because their local hospital doesn't have the resources to actually treat them. He wants them to be ill-equipped and uninformed. But that's why this TikTok video is going to get to you. And you might be a little mad when you first see this. That's what's called cognitive dissonance. What's happening in front of you doesn't align with what they're telling you. These Republicans are playing y'all for goofies. Think about it. They love to say that we love veterans. Why is the military the first people to start losing their paychecks? The military, the people who are actively defending our nation's freedoms, is because they don't care about veterans.
And this is why they don't care to really protect us. Like, man, America, man, it's crazy, man.
They never cared about veterans. Trump is a draft dodger. Trump literally refused to go to war when it was his turn. He sent your grandfather. The reason why you don't have your grandfather in your life is because Trump didn't go to war when he was supposed to. So your granddaddy had to die in the trenches. You're going to take away your health care. They're going to take away resources from veterans. They're going to take away your access to anything that you need to survive. And they're going to keep raising the price because that's how the game is played. The Republicans control every branch of the government. The government creates money. If we as American citizens don't have money, and the government, all three branches, are being controlled by one party, why are we not looking at that one party and asking where the fucking money is?
Now, day 16 of the government shutdown. The White House has already fired about 4,000 workers, and now they're threatening to fire at least 10,000.
Exactly, and that's just from the White House. So just imagine how many workers that work a regular 9-to-5 job, like regular people that don't work for the government, have been laid off because of these actions.
But they could face a major roadblock ahead. Unions have started suing the Trump administration, a federal judge now putting those planned mass layoffs on hold for now. But hundreds of thousands of federal workers still caught in the middle of this shutdown. The president says that he has redirected funds to pay the military and the FBI, but TSA workers, air traffic controllers, contractors, they are all not getting paid right now. And truly, there's no end in sight. These two sides are not even talking to each other.
While the U.S. government is shut down right now, it's one thing to have the president leaving the country and flying to other countries, as Trump did today. It's another thing to have the U.S. government funding another country's government while we are not funding ours. Nevertheless, Trump's Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, just sent $20 billion, just sent 20 billion US taxpayer dollars.
And that's a stupid thing. Like, why would you send $20 billion to another country when we need it the most? Like, it don't make sense.
To go fund the government of Argentina, to go bail out their currency for some reason. Argentina's currency has dropped 27% in value already this year, but we're buying $20 billion worth of it. Why is that? That doesn't seem like a good bet. Don't worry, it's just a loan. I think we're going to get...
Trump, what are you up to, man? What is going on in your head, man? We want to know.
That loan back. I don't know. The IMF has had to bail out Argentina 23 different times. Argentina owes the IMF more money than any other country on earth. The most recent IMF bailout was just in April, and even that wasn't enough to keep their economy and their peso from continuing to tank. But apparently now it's us. Scott Bessent, Trump's Treasury Secretary, nevertheless just gave Argentina $20 billion of your money to prop up the government of Argentina. Mm-hmm. Even though we have almost no trade with them, and if their economy or their currency collapses, that would be sad for them, but it would likely have no effect on us. This is not something we're doing to protect ourselves. It is just a favor to them. Trump and Scott Bessent have given them $20 billion US dollars out of the US Treasury. A $20 billion bailout that already appears, quite possibly, to be lost down a deep, dark well. Because even after Trump gave them this $20 billion infusion within the last few days, CNBC reports today that markets today reacted in such a way that indicates that $20 billion might not be enough. Argentina might tank anyway, and that presumably best case means that we'll never get our $20 billion back. Worst case, it means they're going to keep giving them even more money that we'll never get back.
And also, it means America will stay in debt. Like, what is going on, man? Stupid.
Why, when our own government is shut down, are we giving another country $20 billion to keep their government going? When again, we have no links to their economy, their risk has no connection to risk in our country. Why are we doing that?
They gave up on us.
I don't know. But there are at least 2 American billionaires who are very close to Trump Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. And these billionaires have made big bets on the health of Argentina's economy. So, I don't know if you had any plans for that $20 billion. It's your money. But for these rich guy friends of Scott Bessent, including Scott Bessent's former mentor on Wall Street, they stand to make a lot of money if the U.S. taxpayer starts propping up that failing country, and they stand to lose a lot if we don't, and that country fails. So there goes $20 billion of your money to buy nearly worthless pesos in Buenos Aires.
Wow, man. As y'all can see, man, our government is shut down. America is in debt. But for some reason, Trump decides to send $20 billion to Argentina to help their government keep going. Man, this is crazy, man. It's a joke to them, man. As y'all can see, man, everything is a joke to them, man. They don't care about us, man. They playing with us, man. At this point, they're playing with us, man. In America, man, they don't care about us, man. America is falling, man. Give this video a thumbs up, man, so YouTube can push it out, man. See y'all in the next one. Enjoy y'all Thursday, man. Please stay safe out here, man. And keep God first, man. God bless, man. See y'all in the next one.
I know sometimes you get frustrated, but you can't let the devil win. It's all cause of him. I lost a couple of my friends.